The objective of this training on international standards and guidelines on trafficking in persons is to ensure preliminary understanding of the trafficking in persons data structure in their countries of operation. Tefin Matete, Interim Chief of Mission, IOM The Gambia, said this program comes at an opportune and critical moment when global uncertainties continue to have detrimental impacts on risks to trafficking in persons across the globe with many forms of exploitation.
As you know, the Gambia is a source, a transit, and also a destination country for trafficking persons within the region. While we must shine a light on trafficking in persons to address and ultimately combat the crime, collecting trafficking in persons data has never been easy and many obstacles remain. Over the next few days, you, the national experts in the field, will be here to discuss, acquire additional knowledge and skills, and share experiences on international standards and guidelines on trafficking in persons administrative data.
Matete further stated that one of the core challenges counter-trafficking actors face in addressing trafficking in person is effectively mobilizing standardized evidence and data to inform and reinforce targeted interventions like prevention, protection, prosecution, and partnership.
A lack of good and comparable evidence has long hampered counter-trafficking efforts. Counter-trafficking organizations, also governments around the world, including those present here, have large quantities of data that can be brought to bear in the fight against trafficking in persons. However, historically, it has been challenging to share and use such data due to divergent and non-standard approaches. Data sources, methods, and definitions are diverse, mostly disconnected and limited to scope, often creating silos and leading to fragmented knowledge.
The executive director of NAATIP, Aissatou Dabo, stressed the importance of data and partnership in strengthening interventions against human trafficking.
NAATIP, which is the National Agency Against Trafficking in Persons, has a broad mandate when it comes to TIP. But you would be interested to know that the 2007 Trafficking in Persons Act, as part of its mandate, states that NAATIP should serve as a database for all data in respect of trafficking in persons. This just reminds you of how important the issue of data, administrative data, is at the central or at the heart of what we do.
Director Dabo called for collective and concerted efforts to enhance data collection capacity.
Most of the time, victims come in contact with personnel from the Gambia Immigration Department, the Gambia Police Force, Department of Social Welfare, members of staff of the One-Stop Center. And before they get to NAATIP, these are the stakeholders that would normally refer them to the agency. If these stakeholders are unable to collect the right data, they're unable to process the right data, they're unable to feed the database that we have with the correct information in respect of victims of trafficking in person, then we have a general problem that will take us back to the drawing board, and that is square one.
By the end of the 4-day training, participants should be familiar with foundational concepts and guidance materials and understand how to apply these. For the news, I am Aissatou Gassama.